What's going on, everybody? Tarek Patel here. It's the FATTAL Factor episode 4. It is September 1st. Man, college football's here. NFL football's around the corner. I think the Chargers play in Brazil on Friday. But, hey, I think the reason why everyone's here is we got the money man on. I'm not going to bury the lead. I felt like wearing a green shirt seemed to, be the right appropriate color to wear tonight, given that we have Brett Steigh on, who's been connected to multiple programs, and we're going to clear all that up and talk about that, but most recently Narbonne and Bishop Montgomery. And so Brett is here to come on. He wants to talk about what's been going on, what's the truth, what does he do for these programs, and so on and so forth. So I felt like an opportunity to give an unfiltered live platform where, we appreciate him coming on, Aram and I, because he could go to the LA Times. He could go to another news source. And the truth of the matter is maybe, he doesn't get to say his whole piece, right? Reporters tend to do interviews and then kind of take what they want. Well, here, he's going to get the platform to say whatever he wants. And we're going to ask him questions, both Aram and I. And I want to just thank everybody for joining. I think this is a great, when I created this platform, this is what I had in mind. Stories are going to break out and giving an opportunity for those players, coaches, parents, players within the realm of high school sports to say their piece. And hey, man, we're not even into week 2 and we have an opportunity to do that. So I appreciate Brett for coming on. That being said, and my last ad is look at us in 2025. Like I alluded to, this isn't some crazy news station. This isn't 60 Minutes. This isn't the LA Times. This isn't the Southern California News Group. This isn't your traditional big J journalism thing. It's just not. It's different. And I think here in 2025, this is an example of how news and things can break and information can be consumed in a much different, more modern way. So I really appreciate everybody for being on. And without further ado, I think it's time to bring on the gentleman. So let me get him on here. Once again, Tarek Patel, welcome to the FATTAL Factor. If you want to comment, you just have to subscribe to the channel, which is basically a click of a button. No money, nothing like that. You just got to click and you're off and ready to go. So again, thanks for joining. Here we go. I'm going to get these guys on. Here we go. Fellas, welcome. Let me give you guys, hold on, let me unmute you guys. That would be a good start here. Aram, can you hear me?
Yep, got you.
Brett, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're good. We're live, fellas. So, first of all, again, just want to reiterate, Brett, thanks for coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett Steigh. We've been coining him the money man, which we've already asked him, hey man, are you cool with that? He's like, yeah, it's fine. Aram is really the one that tracked him down. So Aram, credit to you for that and getting an opportunity to let him say his piece tonight. So we got a lot of things to cover. And so, Brett, before I even start asking you questions, I think I'd like to maybe even let you kind of have an opening remark real quick, maybe keep it tight. Or if you just want to start with questions, that's fine too.
Just ask questions.
Okay, you got it, brother. So I kind of want to start. Well, Aram, I guess if you want to make a remark too, real quick before we get into it. I don't know if you want to say something off the top.
Yeah, can I get my intro, Tarek? Just kidding.
No. No.
Don't ask Aram rolling. All right, I'm cool.
Okay. Look, man, look, for those that may not know, so most that are viewing probably get it, right, Brett? They're here because they kind of already know a gist of what's going on, but there's a lot of viewers that don't. So I think it's fair for even those that think they know, I'd like to start from the beginning. And so, hey man, tell us about yourself. Where'd you grow up? Where'd you go to high school? Did you play football? Clearly you're a sports fan.
I grew up in Lomita, California, attended Narbon High School, class of 92.
And did you play football?
No, I did not.
Okay. Where did your love of football come from?
Gambling.
Okay. Aram?
You throw it to me right after that.
Okay, no, I got a list of questions. I'm just trying to let you pop in there.
Because he said gambling, your brain just immediately thought Aram. I wanted to thank Brett as well for coming on here. I know that, or I could sense, Brett, that you were kind of getting a little frustrated or tired of not having your side out there, and everyone sort of speculating about what your role is in, the Bishop Montgomery, Narbonne, St. Bernard situations. So as people that are on Twitter know, I reached out and said, hey, we'd love to have you come on and explain your side, take some questions, that type of thing. So thanks for being here.
No problem. Ask away. I'll answer every question to the best of my abilities.
Look, I think before we even get into how you got involved with these football programs, I think some people might want to know, like, how is it you make your money, man? What do you do for work? How is it? Clearly, everyone knows you've got funds, but how did you come across those? How do you get
gambling? Everybody says I own the pizza place. I don't own the pizza place.
Okay.
So that's another misconception out there. I don't own it. Look at the paperwork. It's not that hard to figure out. I don't own it. I do own some fast food restaurants in Utah and in Orange County. I own a tire shop out here, and I have some homes, but most of my money does come from gambling. Yes, I bet a lot, and everybody knows this.
Okay. Yeah, Aram.
Yeah, I can say that Brett last night said to bet Miami. They hit. He also said last night to bet that he liked TCU today. That hit. So maybe there is something to that. I also just wanted to say, it slipped my mind that I think, and Brett, this is probably my first question to you. I think there's a lot of people out there tonight that are probably hoping Brett doesn't mention their name. And, you little hookers, maybe you should be nervous. Maybe you shouldn't. We don't know what he's going to say. But Brett, did your phone kind of blow up when it got out there that you were going to come on the show with us tonight? Were a lot of people kind of saying to you, hey, dude, you're not going to mention me, are you?
It was more of a just don't go on it. I'm not going to mention names, but if they do make comments, then I will. Just, I'll be good.
What were, when people were telling you not to come on, what was the most common don't do it reason?
Probably to benefit them, I would assume.
Okay.
But everything I've ever done is
not be exposed as a whore.
I mean, everybody is, but everything I did it on my own. I've had no help. I take full responsibility for everything.
Okay. When did you decide, at what point did you decide you wanted to help football programs, kids, families, whatever the case may be?
2015 at Narbon High School. I donated just basics. I think it was like a washing machine or ice machine. And then it just became uniforms and helmets. And that was fine. I knew the head coach at that point, and we did everything ourselves. So I would give the money to the coach, and the coach would buy the uniforms and the helmets because we thought that was not illegal, which I don't think it is, but we might have not have been that great on taxes, allegedly. So that was our problem. As you know, the Narbonne roster was there. It never changed. In 2018, I think I decided to play the game that everybody else was playing. The head coach at that time did not want to do this. It was all on me. He was in no way. He did not want it. I lied to him. These players just showed up. So it's all my fault on that. It was all me. So that's what I did. Why? I wanted to compete with the private schools. I did. I thought it was unfair that the public schools being left behind. I went to Narbonne, so I'm an LA City guy. I just didn't like the haves and have-nots, and I always thought we were the have-nots. So that's why I said we're going to have the best uniforms, well, the most helmets. And in the end, we got in trouble for it. All on me.
So that first Narbonne stint, I remember state champions, if I'm not mistaken.
That was no players were paid for it by me, none. That was all the great coaching staff over there did a great job, and hats off to them. Yeah. The only thing I provided was helmets.
And that was, I think, was the quarterback not Jalen Chapman? I'm just trying to remember like my coverage. And was that year they were really good?
I believe it was Jalen. Yeah, I don't know for certain, but I believe.
Okay, no, I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to get a.
No.
ballpark this team a little bit. And so
No,
your motivation was to go up against the privates, and you beat
Correct.
some. You get a state championship. I mean, when you helped that team, that must have made you feel good up until everything crumbled.
I mean, it wasn't any of my players personally. It was all I just helped in the background. Like, yeah, I did get us to Hawaii. I did fund the helmets and the uniforms. I did that. Those players were all there because of the great coaching staff in place. Hats off to them. They did a hell of a job, and I ended up ruining it for them once again. That's on me.
So the players were already there. The talent was already there, Brett?
Yeah, that Jalen quarterback was there in the 9th grade in 2014. Ray Scott was there. Darian Butler was there. They're all there.
What exactly are you saying you're to blame for?
Yeah, what's the miscue?
Well, I think I brought too much of a spotlight in 2018 and 19.
From what guys?
You get players coming from out of state.
So they're okay. So
there
were players.
St. Francis Academy in 2019. He comes to Narbonne. It raised a lot of eyebrows, and that was my fault entirely. Yep. I take blame.
How is it your fault though?
I didn't need to do it. Nobody asked for it. I took it upon myself. I wasn't a coach. I wasn't anywhere on staff. I was a friend of the program. I was just a fan, you can see at that point. So I did this all myself, which once again, it's not illegal what I did.
What did you do?
Part of the staff. I paid the guy to come to play.
Okay. The player.
I didn't never pay a player. I paid a parent.
Okay.
Which isn't illegal to do, by the way. And it was all on me. It's my fault. Shouldn't have done it.
Okay, and just one? And this is 2018, 19?
This is that
Narbonne?
18, 19.
Go about,
both
yeah.
Okay. 18, 19.
Yeah. Okay, I have
once again,
go ahead.
The staff never knew about this. I did this all on my own from an outside point. So never blame them. It was me.
So the staff, though, wasn't like wondering where did we get this talent from?
I lied. They just moved.
They asked you?
Why wouldn't they?
Why would they?
I was around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were you on staff, like as a coach, or just?
No, never, ever on staff. I was a friend of the program, just like any booster would be. Boosters around the team. I was just a booster around the team. That's it. That's all it was, plain and simple.
Brett, can you explain a little bit more how a process, like let's keep going on the Narbonne thing, how or even to present day. Well, let's stick with Narbonne for now because I think things have changed. But with the Narbonne case, were there coaches kind of out? Were there coaches that were keeping their eye out for talent, so to speak, or were you actually recruiting kids?
I wasn't really recruiting kids. It's like everything else in life. A third party kind of comes to you and says, hey, this kid might be decent. But I won't get into that.
Okay, no, that's and generally in a kind of a general sense, again, we don't want to say names and stuff, and I get that.
I will not.
But yeah. In a general sense, how would the process of helping a family, because I'll tell you this much, and I think it's fair, everyone knows this stuff's going on now, right? I mean, that's not like
I can
you're the
name
only
every
guy.
high school, and I can name every high school in town.
Yeah.
But I'm the one that's picked on every year.
Right, and so
I don't get it.
So the general, I'm sure every circumstance is different, but the general way family finds out they can either help with a move or finance. Can you give me a general process of communication to money to kid getting in to how does that generally work?
It's like anything. It's a buying and selling process. What's your price to come out here? Okay, it's X. You'll have X. What do you need now when you get here? I need this paid. Okay, it's paid. Congratulations, you're a gaucho.
Okay, so it's relatively simple, and that's
relatively easy.
Yeah. And so when people want to place blame on you, why do you think that is? Was it done kind of sloppily? Is that where why do you feel like you're the scapegoat and some of the other money men out there?
It's true though. I am the reason. So they picked the right guy. It was nobody else's fault but mine. So blame me. I'll take it.
Aram?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand though, Brett, like, do you follow the talent pool? Like, do you know kind of what's out there? Or does someone
Not at all.
Someone come to you and say, we want this kid, we want that kid, and then you say, great, make it happen?
No, not like that. It's just, hey, this guy's pretty good. throw your hat in the ring and see what happens. And okay, I'll make an offer. You think these kids every kid that goes to these schools is coming for free? No, they're all getting paid, every single one of high talent. And like I said, we do things. Sorry, I do things the best I feel, but that's just the way I feel at Narbonne.
I think a fair question is to ask, okay, like, where's your heart in it? And then that's not like an indictment, but what is it? Some people ask, man, what does this guy get out of this by helping
I
these
get
families in his programs?
nothing. I don't get anything out of this. Never asked a player for a dollar, a family for a dollar. I got out of it probably winning, and that was about it. Just proving that, us guys over here can do things like the Orange County people can do it. Modern days allegedly has done stuff for years, and and they have maybe 5 guys that can do it. And hats off to Pat over there. He did a great job for all those years.
So they have 5 of you, you're saying?
They have an army of guys, but that's another show. But no, Pat's retired in modern day, but he did a hell of a job over there. Trust me. But like, let's see how we can do things on this side of town. And that's why I wanted Narbonne to succeed so bad, because we're the broke city kids. And we tried, man, and we got shut down.
Okay, so Narbonne gets shut down. Then along comes an opportunity at St. Bernard, right?
Yeah, I got no problems talking about this at all.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw everybody under the bus that was at St. Bernard's, because they did it to me. We got let go in 2019. Sorry, Manny Douglas, a hell of a coach, got resigned in 2019.
From Narbonne.
Total never should have happened, but it happened. President of St. Bernard's by the name of Carter Paysinger meets me at an office in Torrance and tells me, we want to win. I said, okay, you know what I bring to the table, and you know the heat it's going to bring. I don't care. Come with it. Good enough. Went over there, bought a scoreboard, $600,000, paid for the grass, $100,000, painted the school. I put $1 million in. Remember, once again, I get nothing out of this. Did everything. At that time, I did not know that the LAUSD called the FBI and said that me and coach were money laundering funds, and we're probably doing it at St. Bernard's. Okay. So we're there at St. Bernard's, we're doing our job. April 2nd, 2021, the feds come to our door. I was never home when they came. They investigated us for 3 years. They found out that me and the coach did nothing wrong at all. There was no money laundering at all. Everything was on board. Kids' tuition, we paid the kids' tuition. There was nothing illegal at all. Once again, I'm not a coach. So if I donate money to the family or give them money to come play over there, where's that illegal in the CIF handbook? Is it? I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe I have a relationship with 10 mothers, and I'm dating 10 women, and I support them. It's a gray area, I understand.
Right.
St. Bernard's. So what happened was at St. Bernard's, that happened, and the FBI came, and they did exactly what is currently going on. They told the feds they never knew who I was, no idea. Listen, the FBI asked me questions, they know the answers. Hence, they both got fired a week later.
Who got fired?
Carter and the principal, Steve, I think it was Billups.
The school president
and the principal who got fired.
Okay. Who was the head coach at the time?
Mr. Manny Douglas.
Yeah.
He was the head coach at St. Bernard as well.
Yeah, great man. Great
He
man.
came over.
Great head coach.
I remember that.
He didn't deserve what's happening to him at all.
And that season pretty much never even got off the ground, right?
It was COVID also.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And just a quick interjection, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, here, like, I know how this is gonna, like, here comes Tarek with the rules, but I did have this highlighted just because it's the truth. This is 510 undue influence. 510B. A student shall become ineligible for CIF competition for a period of 1 year for accepting material or financial inducement to attend a CIF member school for the purpose of engaging in CIF competition, regardless of the source.
Yeah, I pay for these kids to have a great education.
Right. No, and I think now, okay, so that's like the rule. Now, Tarek speaking, hey man, like,
Okay, but
families,
once again, this
yeah,
happens. The Archdiocese doesn't come and ban me. They
right,
don't tell me anything, right? They let me continue,
right. No, I
right?
mean, it on a
Same with
surface
CIF.
level, like you're someone with means that's helping a student athlete and a family. I mean, that's I mean, is that not, Aram, wouldn't you agree with, I mean, I'm not saying it's right or wrong right now, but that's what's happening. It just so happens in the rule book that's wrong. So that's in
By
the
the
rule book.
rules, though, if I want to better your kid by paying for a private education, out of the goodness of my own heart, I'm not breaking the rules.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that
what
is
parent's
Because
not
private
gonna,
education is not related to CIF.
what
They
parents,
just happen to be
So
football
that is
players.
breaking the rules. That does violate the
It
undue
does.
influence.
yeah,
And the thing is that I think there people kind of think that if you're one removed from the situation, meaning you're not a coach, you're not a teacher, you're not affiliated with the school, then therefore you can't have undue influence. I think people have that misconception, but that's actually not true. It's actually anyone that does offer some incentive and try to lure a kid, especially with money, that does become an infraction. Anyone. So you don't have to be a coach. You don't have to have an official title at the school or whatever.
Okay, so how about this example? How about if I had a 7-on-7 team and I coached at a high school, and a lot of those kids ended up being at my high school? Is that against the law? Is that against the rules or no?
It depends. Were they influenced to get there? Is someone paying their rent or paying their fees to move?
that one in particular, and again, I don't work for the CIF and neither does Aram, but I would think that one is more undue influence in regard to pre-enrollment contact. So now it's,
Okay.
I got kids in the summer, I'm coaching
Yeah.
summer ball, 7-on-7, lacrosse tournament, whatever. And then it's, hey man, I really like your skills. Why don't you come to my school?
Well,
Illegal.
I'm just bringing this up because a team in the Marine League that didn't want to play us last year
Of course.
had a coach that was on a team that did 7-on-7. A lot of those players ended up at that high school.
For
But
sure.
somehow Narbonne got banned last year for, I don't even know what they banned the team for. I think it was, oh, that's right. It was 5 kids on the same emergency card, had the same parent on the emergency, had the same name on an emergency card. That was what they got banned for. Think about that one.
I think though, I think we can all agree this stuff is going on other programs. But
Everywhere.
Brett, I think everywhere is even fair too. What I would say is what probably sheds the brightest light on the programs you've been attached to is just kind of the overzealous or just the amount of transfers that simply seem to generate a volunteer to the CIF, whether it be the southern section or the city section. Hey, come look at us. We've got 15 transfers, 20 transfers. So, I mean, is there part of you that felt like, man, I want to win and I want to win now instead of maybe being a little more methodical? Let me bring in 5 next year.
At Narbonne last year, it gets to the point where A tells B, B tells C, C tells D.
Okay, so they start flooding in.
They start flooding in. So, hey man, I take full accountability at Narbonne last year too. But I think I attended 2 games. The head coach had no involvement at all. He did not want me around for good reason. So I forgot his name, Malcolm Manuel.
Yeah, Malcolm
He did
Manuel.
nothing wrong once again. Nothing wrong. And everybody that said bad things about him, he's a good family man and never should have been talked about like that. It was all me. And that was me being selfish and just wanted me to shut everybody up about Narbonne. Like, okay, let me get off the couch one last year and let me go beat you. And I did.
Yeah, I was at that city section championship. It wasn't even close. And Jaden O'Neal, who's now in Oklahoma, was a pretty. Hey, despite what was going on, pretty talented team.
I never went to that game. I was in Florida. I didn't care.
Yeah, Brett, that's kind of interesting to me. Like people would get the impression that if you're laying out all this money, you're going to be at the games every week. They might even throw you a courtesy headset. You may have a little suite set up in the end zone, stuff like that. But you told me that you don't really go to the games.
No. There's college games on Friday night. I'm gambling.
Okay, so you don't go to, how many high school games did you go to last season?
It's going to sound, I think I went to 2. And the only reason I went to 1 is because somebody told me if I go with them, they'll buy me free hot dogs. And I went. And I went to the Cathedral game. I went to 2 games.
So a man of your means is lured by the thought of free hot dogs
And a Coke.
and a Coke. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. Well, we all have our price.
And he drove me. So it was a total win.
Okay, so only 2 games. Do you monitor the games, the scores? You watch, game tape, video? I mean,
Not my job. Not a coach. Not a coach.
but
Not
just
player
to see
personnel.
like what your investment is yielding.
All I want is the kids to be happy and successful. Don't care. That stuff doesn't have nothing to do with me.
Okay, so Narbonne, St. Bernard, back to Narbonne, correct?
Correct.
And then I know we've kind of touched on it, but now I'm just kind of like going back and making sure we're going in order here. And we kind of talked about
we were fired from Narbonne, I think. Well, I say we, I shouldn't say that. I was basically told never to step foot on campus.
So you just basically kind of strong-armed your way into getting this super team per se and winning games, even at a program you weren't really welcome.
Yes.
When they go and win the city championship, Aram, and
I only did it because of the hate on Twitter. If I got off of Twitter, I would have never done it.
okay.
So thank you guys. All those local guys here that I will not address, you guys did it. So thank you for the championship trophy.
So Narbonne goes, kicks everyone's ass, wins the city title, but then it gets vacated.
Yeah, who cares? We won on the field.
Okay, that's gonna be my next question. Like, is any
and Vicky Lagos is a horrible human being.
Is any part of that, like, it gets vacated? Like, you don't think the kids care? Like, what are your thoughts on how the kids might feel about that?
I never talked to the kids about it. I would assume, much like me, they didn't care either. Narbonne won on the field, so my relationship with the coaches was non-existent. Non-existent. I maybe saw Malcolm Manuel one time my whole life. He didn't know who the hell I was. So,
what kind of money did you lay into that program last year, Brett?
Narbonne?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
6 figures? I know you said you did the scoreboard. At St. Bernard. Like, what?
I don't know.
Were you like the uniform guy for Narbonne, or was
no?
it?
They had some knockoff uniforms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had some knockoff uniforms. I have no idea who did the uniform. Like I said, I wasn't around the program at all. I did everything from the outside. They never should have punished those coaches.
But what did you do though? Like, when you say you did it from the outside, like what are you referring to?
Hey, go enroll in Narbonne. Okay.
And
they can't turn you down. It's a public school. If you live in the area, they can't turn you down by law.
Okay. So did you incentivize them with money to go do the parents, that is? With money?
You know what? Last year, a lot of those kids were still in college or playing high school, so I can't comment on that. The kids that are out of college, like the old Narbonne teams, I can comment because they're out of college. But I will not comment about anything like that jeopardizes a child's eligibility.
Okay, so I think that's a perfect segue. Maybe you can shed light. Let's, and Aram, you correct me if I'm wrong if you want to jump in, but I'm thinking after what he just said right there, I think it's fair to bring up what's going on at Bishop Montgomery, which for those that are watching, I think it's a quick catch up, right? They 24 football transfers into the program. The big alert flag per se was the first 5 that tried to get eligible, deemed ineligible, hit with bylaw 202, falsifying information. A potential 2-year sit out, can't do anything. They go to Hawaii, they get in a fight, there's suspensions, they can't play against Mater Dei, and just this past weekend the head coach gets fired. So that's a quick catch up. But there are kids that have moved schools and now don't have football as of right now, and we'll get into how they can maybe get football back later, and we kind of talked about that before the show. But when something like that happens, and you're talking about, the well-being of kids and their eligibility, I would say that you would have to feel some type of way when you find out you're helping a kid move and then you find out they can't play football.
I don't care about the move. I care more about the kid not being able to play. It keeps me up at night. It does. I care about these kids as human beings. I know you might say, well, you're paying for them. You don't care. I do. And that's why, per se, for an example, I don't know if this is true or not, but to say like Narbonne got kids banned and they had to move out of state, I'll still support them out of state. I'll move them and I'll pay their rent because it's not fair for that kid not to be able to play ball because of what I did. So I'll still do everything I can in my power to do it.
So, Brett, knowing what you know, sorry, Tarek, knowing what you know about how things ended up at St. Bernard, how things ended up at Narbonne last year, how things ended up at Narbonne previously, knowing what you know about that, why would you risk these kids if you care about them and start doing the same thing over again this year? I mean, you're putting them at risk by your actions, by trying to do the same things that got those programs blown up in previous years. And now here you are at it again. Why do that?
I always felt those other schools, we didn't have the administration that had a backbone to stand up to people. And allegedly, they might have mentioned that they didn't mind it and they would do everything in their power to keep it going. And they lied.
Okay, so you thought you would get away with it is the answer. You thought you had an administration in place that you would get away.
I ain't doing nothing that other schools ain't doing.
I understand that, but you say you care about the kids, and yet you're doing things that have repeatedly gotten kids hurt, and you tried doing it again this year, but you're saying you only did that. You only tried it because you thought you had an administration that could pull it off.
They told us it wouldn't be sorry, I shouldn't say it. They were basically supporting to win right now.
Right, but again, I'm asking though your involvement. You know that doing.
I can't comment on any players at Bishop Montgomery. I can't.
Well, I'm not asking you to comment. I'm asking you to comment on yourself. Your actions previously got 3 different situations blown up, and you were at it again this year. Why would you risk that? Why would you risk the kids if you care about them? That's my question.
Probably selfishness. Bad. It was just a bad choice. Bad choice. And now I got
because you wanted to win. You wanted the program to be like a South version of modern day.
Basically, and I wanted to have fun. I wanted to have fun with it. Yep.
Okay, why? I got the question I just thought of here. Okay, Narb, I know you're from that area, so is it just as simple as I want to pick schools in my area? I won't drive more than 10 miles. So, like, why Bishop Montgomery? What made them a landing spot?
Just, it's close to my house. I won't drive.
Okay.
Everybody knows me, knows this.
Okay. But other than that, there's really no particular reason why Bishop Montgomery?
None at all. Actually, they turned me down when I tried to get in school in the 9th grade. So, fuck them.
Okay, so can you shed any light on what happens when these kids get deemed ineligible? What backlash from parents, Brett? Do you get phone calls? Kind of, hey,
ineligible? That was nothing to do with me at all.
By all means,
that wasn't me. So they made Coach Ed, who is once again a great human being, man, who got the wrong end of this deal. He had no idea who the hell anybody was. And he was put into a firestorm and he had no idea. And they also made him, I think they made him an AD like 2 months ago.
Wait a second. Wait. You're telling me the head coach of the football program has 24 guys come in, multiple D1 guys, and he doesn't know where they came from and how they got there? He knows nothing?
No, he never asked for this.
But it still happened on his watch. That's still.
But what's he going to say? What can you say? Where these kids coming from? Stop them from coming to school? Yeah. What's his choice? What's his choice?
Well, he would know the risks, right?
Why? Every kid moved. If not, SOP.
To say he's not complicit and didn't know anything about that is ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
No, he's not. He's not.
Come on, man. Multiple D1 guys don't show up on your doorstep and you don't ask questions about, why do they want to come to Bishop Montgomery? Why are they here? And you don't think he heard rumors about the guys on his coaching staff and we can
What
start
guys
naming
on his coaching
there.
staff?
Guys from Inglewood, Fuyaba, the guys on his coaching staff are you don't think he's in contact with them about where these kids are coming from? Because those are the guys who brought the kids in, right?
Absolutely not.
Well, okay, then how did the kids want to go to Bishop Montgomery?
I can't comment on that, but it was not them guys. If anything, blame me. Those guys. Have you met these guys?
No.
Okay. So if you're a legend that somebody's paying them to go to Bishop, how would those gentlemen pay for them? They did nothing wrong. They just
I'm not alleging anything. I'm just asking you, I'm just asking you how the head coach is claiming, ignorance here that he doesn't know why all these talented players showed up.
All of a sudden guys just start showing up. Hey, guess what? My school wanted to win. They brought in coaches that were going to recruit talent.
Brett, we're all sitting out here on social media and hearing about this for the last 6 months. The money man's over at Bishop Montgomery now, but you're telling me the head coach doesn't know that?
You think when I met him, if I gave my real name?
When you
he
met
had no idea who I was.
Who did?
No idea who I was. The coach of Bishop had no idea who I was for a while. And that time it's already too late.
Look, I'm not blaming you for that. I'm just wondering why this head coach. Well, I am asking why you're saying this head coach knew nothing about it and thinking people would believe that when we all saw this coming from miles away. And he's going to say, "Well, it's a surprise." I don't know how
he coached D12 football for 12 years, very content, and all of a sudden, a new president comes into school and says, "Hey, we're winning, and I'm going to bring coaches in that know how to win." So he thinks these coaches attract talent, right? You get coaches, just say from big schools, they're attracting the talent. Those coaches didn't bring one player in, not one.
Okay, so the assistant coaches were not responsible at all. You're saying for the talent that
none, only me,
including the guys that I named.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not alleging that they did. I'm just saying, like, I know.
I'm just saying, if you know them,
assistant coaches on the staff.
I mean,
it's a very high profile guy. He's a great coach. He did a great at Inglewood.
He's one of the best human beings I've ever been around.
Cuyaba's a connected guy, and everything I hear about him is great too. Those are just kind of the only two names that I know, and I'm asking,
You're wrong.
How would this head coach not know that these two guys, have the propensity to attract talent?
Well,
legally or illegally.
First of all, you're wrong. So why wouldn't Ed be wrong?
Why? How am I wrong?
Those two guys didn't bring any talent at all.
Okay, who did? Like, who got the Narbonne guys over there? It wasn't the head coach, and now you're saying it wasn't the two high profile.
It wasn't them. It wasn't them. But I'm
not going to comment. Who was it? You're the money man.
Comment. But let's just say it wasn't those two gentlemen. How would they even be associated with Narbonne? It doesn't take a genius.
How would who be associated with it?
Those two coaches you mentioned.
No. I'm asking about Bishop Montgomery. How would those two? If it's not those two guys that brought talent, who is it?
Who do you think?
I honestly don't know. I'm asking you.
I mean, there's three people on this podcast, and two of them didn't, right?
If what?
There's three people on this podcast, and two of them didn't.
Okay, so you're saying it was you.
Not saying it. I'm just saying do the math.
Yeah.
But you also said that you don't know, you don't follow the player pool. So how would you even know who to bring in, or how would you select who you wanted to pick if no one was helping you with that?
I never. You said to basically pay to get them into Bishop. Nobody paid anybody to go to Bishop. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say pay. I'm asking.
Well, you're wrong on. Listen, when people find out stuff, I get contacted. It doesn't take much.
Right. Why would they contact you if there's no pay involved? They want your blessing?
They wanted to come to a place to play right away. And Narbonne was banning the kids, so they couldn't go. They couldn't play. They didn't want to play in the city section anymore. A bunch of their friends went to Bishop, and they followed suit. Really, I mean, but
It's funny to me that Bishop Montgomery, a program that barely beat South El Monte last year, would be the place that top guys want to go, including a kid from Summit. Why would a kid from Summit want to go to Bishop Montgomery?
No idea, but if you need to talk to his father, I'd gladly get you in touch with him. I have no idea. I never met the man.
Brett, what now?
I'm retired. Done. Gone.
So
Ghost.
So is this one of the reasons you're coming on? Because you kind of feel like that season of your life helping these football programs and families is over?
It's
or
over.
you might do it on a
They
much
I'm
subdued
done.
level?
They can beat on someone else on Twitter now. I don't give a damn. I'm retired. I'm out. I just wanted to clear it up that it was all me. It was nobody else. You didn't have to fire Coach Ed. You didn't have to ban these certain coaches. Ed's an scapegoat from Pat Lee. Pat Lee is the one that's complicit.
Who's Pat Lee?
The president of Bishop Montgomery.
Okay.
The archdiocese did a hack job, and I guarantee you, Pat Lee's denying he knows me also, and that's not true.
Well, I think there's more to come this week. I know that football, not that I know, but I'm of the sourced opinion that I think football is going to get canceled here at Bishop Montgomery, and there's going to be more personnel let go from the archdiocese for all this. And so,
but what did Bishop do to cause all this?
Well, I would assume, I don't know the answer, but I would assume like getting in bed with you is pretty much the answer.
Once again, if I'm not banned, I'm not told to stay away from, then why would they not come to me? What do they do illegally? I don't know. I was never told by the archdiocese you're trespassed from every single campus.
Gotcha.
I was never trespassed from LA City from every campus. So if you don't tell somebody not to don't mess with this individual, then where am I going wrong?
Right, you're not getting like a restraining order or being told to stay away, not even a warning is what you're saying.
If the archdiocese told me to stay away, I would stay the hell away. I got really better things to do in my life, like gamble all day. I do. But I came really here to clear everybody else's name. It was all me. Ed should never lost his job. That's a damn shame.
But you're not the head coach, Brett. He is.
No, but I'm a human being.
He's responsible for the program, not you.
No, but hold on. This is real life. This is football comes and goes. That man has 2 children and coached there for 12 years. And both those kids got to go to college. And he got fired over something he had no involvement in. He was told to be the AD 2 months ago. He had no official training on paperwork at all.
On how to do paperwork for CIF, you mean? On how to do transfer paperwork?
Yeah, and it took a AI specialist at CIF to catch a flaw. So how's Ed to blame? I don't know. You guys have the answers on that one?
Well, I don't have any answers, but
he's the head coach. That's my answer.
No.
I mean, you can't just keep saying the guy didn't know. He's the head coach and the AD.
Hold on. He got fired for bad paperwork at CIF, right?
No, he got fired. Well, I don't know what the school gave for firing.
Aram's basically saying, look, man, when you're the head coach, you have to take responsibility. I mean, that's he's running the program, and he's a co-athletic director running the whole athletic department. When things go sour, there's something.
It's not the president.
But we can't blame you, Brett. I mean, for everything. You know, I know you want to take the fall for everyone, and I guess that's 100%. Normal on some level. And
no, it's all me. I should be blamed for everything. 100%. It's all me.
Look,
it is my own selfishness.
I'm not saying that you don't have fault in this, but no, you're not the head coach, dude. You're not the president of the school either. You're not even on staff at the school in any capacity.
Well,
so
I'm nothing on staff. I barely went there.
I think Coach. I think it's possible we get Coach Hawkins on Aram in a couple of weeks or down the road, because he's another one we need to hear from.
Nicest human being you'll ever meet.
And that's what I've heard.
Honestly.
And
he's a great family man too.
I'm just gonna share what I've been hearing about all this, and Brett has a point. You got a guy that's been there for more than a decade, clearly okay with the level of football they're playing, and there seemed to be an element of, and I don't know the gentleman, and so I hate to say this about him, but there's this notion out there that the wool got pulled over his eyes on all this. And Aram, I understand what you're saying. He is the head coach and he needs to be held responsible, because you got to have a clue when X amount of guys just show up. But But when there's a new man in charge, like the president, like Brett's saying, which we know is true. See, I'm just thinking Brett's saying stuff that I know is true, like new president,
I'm not here to
coach
lie.
being there for a while.
So
and
when
then,
Pat Lee said he wanted to win,
there you go.
he wanted to win.
So in theory, and again, I'm not trying to like, oh yeah, I'm on Brett's side. I'm just like, these are facts. So you got a new president that's kind of giving new marching orders, so to speak, to the coach. Is that a fair? Hey, we're gonna win. This is what it's gonna take.
He didn't even ask the head coach. He told the head coach, "I'm bringing these guys on board." He had no other choice but to
what guys
say
on
yes.
board?
Okay, so here's the better
No,
question.
wait, hold on. What guys did he say he was bringing on board? Like when
we're bringing on brand new coaches that want to win.
Okay.
Right. So then the question is, does the president know who you are and what was going on?
God, yes, he does.
Okay, there it is, Aram. So that's
he lied to the archdiocese and said he didn't know.
Yeah, that's the connection there. And you know, Aram and I might differ on this a little bit, but that's the connection there is.
So you blame on the president, Tarek.
100%.
Yeah, that's what he. So coaches is kind of coaching football and coaching who shows up, so to speak. Okay, and Brett's saying, hey, president knew, president wanted to ramp it up, president knows who I am, president wanted me to bring kids in, I got kids in.
Yeah, I just can't walk onto the football field one day and say, hey guys, what's up? No, the president introduced him, and I told him I lied to the head coach. I said my name was B and I'm a tight ends coach. He had no idea who the hell I am. Why would he? He's on Twitter. He's not looking at stuff like this. So like, once again, it's all my fault on this, and I take accountability for it.
Well, the president's
what's your fault?
The president's at fault too. He's going to get some of this pie too, for sure.
Because I lied to Coach Ed about who I was.
So you told the head coach of the team that I'm the tight ends coach, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't know I hired a tight ends coach." Nice to meet you.
He was told. These are your new
coaches. Told by who?
Pat Lee.
The assistant. Oh, okay.
You see where this is going?
Yeah, no,
I get
it. I get it. And
do you say Bosco?
Pat Lee was at Bosco.
How long ago?
Yeah.
I have no idea. But look who the names you named.
Yeah.
Not take a genius to figure this out.
Yeah, I don't think he was there super recently, but he was there before.
No, I don't know. I don't know, but all I know is Pat Lee did all this, and it had nothing to do with it.
And Aram, this is, you know, that's, you know, hey, we gotta try and talk to these people too. You know, it's and I think Brett understands we can't just take his word for it and stamp it as truth. But
I mean, if you know the backstory, you know everything I'm saying is true.
Right. No, I got you. I got you.
I have nothing. What am I gonna hide? That's the Bishop story. So then they on the paperwork side of things, Ed had two people doing paperwork because there was so many he couldn't handle it. He's not used to being an AD. He didn't know what he was doing, so he had two people do the paperwork. And we had two people doing it, one that was really good at it and one that wanted to take shortcuts. We had all the correct packets on this side, and the person that decided to do shortcuts said, hey, screw it. I'll just put in fake cable bills and submitted the fake stuff. Meanwhile, we had all the real packets. Those players moved. So we kind of got bamboozled we kind of got screwed from the inside.
Aram, and I think I told you this when we were on the phone and stuff, that kind of falsifying, kind of Photoshop, not correct, just wrong info, it like corroborates with some information that I've been told from a good source. So
it's all true.
So lazy shortcuts to your point, right, Brett?
Yes, but we had the correct packets. The person entered the false packets. Then once everything went bad, she left town with her kid. So this isn't like what people are making it out to be. The kids moved and they had all the correct paperwork. We got sabotaged.
By who?
I'm not going to name her name at all.
Right,
no,
right. No, but
not my war to fight.
One of the two people in charge of the paperwork is what you just said. That it's one of these two people that was in charge of the paperwork.
Correct.
And instead of waiting and Brett's claiming
one was like a corporate lady that did everything by the book. And she was fantastic.
Okay. And
she was like, how is George not eligible? Because we have his packet right here. And we never submitted a Spectrum bill. It was all pay stubs. And then when CIF sent us the envelope, it had a Spectrum bill in it. How did that get in there? We didn't submit that. She did. So you're going to punish now. You're going to punish a kid for something that this mother did who left town right after it went bad.
She's a mother?
Yeah, mother of a player on the team was.
And she's handling the paperwork for the transfers?
She was the one that was helping out. Ed couldn't handle it.
Okay. So there's another thing that he couldn't do.
He couldn't handle paperwork.
Well, yeah, because Brett's he only became an AD
2 months before,
ago.
but no official training. The school never trained him at all. Said, here you go, here's the keys, be the AD. He's clearing volleyball, basketball.
And he said to this team mom, you handle the paperwork for these transfers.
She got volunteered by another person to do it.
Oh, okay.
So like a team mom per se, kind of.
She was the team mom. She was the team mom.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go.
I don't think that would happen at Modern Day or Sierra Canyon or St. John Bosco or Santa Margarita.
They wouldn't, but remember, we're at year 0. They're at year 20 of cheating.
Right.
We're at year 0, allegedly. Right?
I don't think it would even happen at Charter Oak or Mirror or.
Why don't you ask Korean Lutheran?
Okay, there's or Tustin. I can keep naming pop-ups if you guys want. I don't understand, man. I mean, here's like the boo-boo in this, Brett, is that, we missed a step here, like in terms of like competent clerical work.
100%.
That's what it is.
100%.
That's ultimately what sunk the ship.
Sunk the ship, yeah. But we did everything legally and correct.
But you guys shouldn't have been doing this in the first place, right? You just didn't. You were even kind of alluding to this. You just didn't cheat smartly enough. The other schools do, but
no, I never said cheating. I said paperwork. We did paperwork.
You said they've been cheating for 20 years and insinuated that you've only been doing it for 1, or Bishop Montgomery has only been doing it for 1. So
I followed it up with the word allegedly.
Okay. We all know like what you're saying, what you're referring to is that, other people are robbing the bank. We just couldn't, do it properly ourselves. That's what it sounds like.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that every move is real. Every move is legal.
So then why not use the proper unless the sabotage accusation is true, why not use, if it's all on the up and up?
Oh no. The lawyers have all the correct paperwork. So everything will come to light when the lawyers get everything done with them. We have all legit paperwork. But isn't the move just to verify if a guy moved? I'm just using George. I don't even know his father's name, but like if we're using George as an example, if you
the kid from Summit,
yeah, if you're using him as an example, I'm saying, did he move? Because there's no way you can go to Bishop Montgomery every day. Like, why didn't you have to show up to his house in Torrance, knock on the door? If they really wanted to see if it was a real move or not, it's not that hard.
Well, if he had the same spectrum bill as 4 other kids, I think you saved them the trip, right?
Well, like I said, that was bad paperwork due to somebody that would sabotage the team.
Yeah. What would be her motive? The team, a mom on the team.
I think she thought
motivation. Do you think?
I think she thought it could be they wouldn't catch it.
Okay.
She'd be the one that got all the kids cleared in time.
I think it's like chalked up like sabotage, but it's more incompetence. Is really what it is. Is thinking that maybe it's not as serious as it really is. So I'm going to falsify information and hope it doesn't get caught.
I don't know what she was thinking of. I didn't really know the lady that well. I don't know what she was thinking of, but God bless her. Hope nothing but the best for her. But these poor kids now got to figure life out, and it's unfair for them.
Okay, last, I think we've been on an hour, and I think we'll start to wrap it up. Again, Brett, thanks for coming on and taking a little bit of heat here. We got there's almost 600 people in here watching right now live this whole hour. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for the subscriptions. Just got to give a quick shout out. The chat is popping off. People have all these opinions. But look, if I had to prognosticate what I think's going to happen, this is solely speculation, in my opinion, is if Bishop Montgomery's 2025 season gets canceled, which I do think is going to happen. Okay, let's say that football coach has been canned. They didn't name an interim, by the way, in that press release. Everybody, wink, wink. So I think
they're going to name it at 2:00 tomorrow.
Okay, well, there you go from Brett. So tomorrow it's going to happen.
How do you know, Brett?
You don't think I know? All the players got emails.
Yeah. That being said, football's going to get canceled. And for those that don't know, in the CIF, when a sport is not provided, a varsity sport isn't provided, it basically gives a get out of jail free card for athletes to transfer wherever they want with no penalty. So my question for you is, Brett, kids that might kind of be in a free fall looking for somewhere to play football, that were honest, on the team, or maybe had an SOP to serve, they're going to be they can go play football wherever they want, hypothetically. Are you going to help those kids?
I can do it. I mean, if I really wanted to, there's no rule against me going all to one high school right now with 40 new kids and saying, let's go. What are they going to say then? They cleared them all.
But we talked about this earlier. That's undue influence if you do that. If they link you to that, you're playing Russian roulette with kids' futures here. And
I said I could. I never said I was.
Yeah. But you've done it multiple times already.
Even if you could,
never done
ineligible.
Saying that. Hold up a sec, Tarek. I know you want to wrap here, but I have a couple more questions.
Yeah.
The tweet, Brett, about you had 200,000 on Hawaii over Stanford, and you tweeted. I think it's since deleted. Did you delete it?
Correct, I did.
Yeah, it was a tweet that was a picture of your bet, digital picture of your bet, and you added CIF Southern section in it and said "Aloha, bitches."
Yeah, I did.
Okay, what's the basis for doing something like that?
What's my basis? Was probably about 8 Tito's and Red Bulls in me at the time. That probably was the basis. And shout out to Fanatics, man. They pay me real fast too. I appreciate you guys, Fanatics.
Were you in Hawaii with Bishop Montgomery, or no? It just so happens Hawaii. It was like the same weekend they were in Hawaii and Hawaii was playing.
I mean, if you follow the lines, Stanford opened a 3-point favorite. Hawaii went to a 2.5-point favorite. Yeah. I was a little late on the line move. I liked Hawaii's quarterback a lot, and I bet Hawaii. That was it. There was because Bishop was in Hawaii. None of that. I just wanted to bet Hawaii, plain and simple. And when I was sitting here on that, they played Friday night or Saturday night? When I was sitting here, I was like, okay, fuck it.
They won on a last-second field goal, a walk-off field goal, and as a 2.5-point favorite, they win the game.
I sat right here and watched it.
Yeah. Okay. So you weren't in Hawaii with Bishop Montgomery during their thing. Brett, what did you think of the fight, the brawl that happened there with St. Louis that ultimately cost?
Well, I think it's odd that none of St. Louis's players got suspended.
Yeah, I think they ended up
playing. Right. I didn't know that, but I mean,
so once again, Bishop School got the short end of the stick, right? Or we're not playing fair, right? Are we at this point? Because St. Louis, they got off free and clear, and Bishop got every kid suspended. Where's the logic there?
I agree with you, and I thought St. Louis had guys out on the field way before Bishop Montgomery had guys out on the field.
I never saw the replay or the thing on Twitter. I never saw it.
But that's not, St. Louis isn't under any jurisdiction that we know of. Like, that's a Hawaii issue. That would be who would have to do the suspending.
I didn't know CIF had jurisdiction over games in Hawaii, but I guess we play under CIF's umbrella. I don't know.
Yeah, CIF has jurisdiction over you guys, but not a school from Hawaii. So I mean, we can't. I mean,
it's a little unfair. I think that two teams fight and one side gets the whole team suspended, the other team doesn't. I have a feeling if Modern Day did a fight like that they'd probably be playing the next week. I'm just saying, we're pretty easy to kick when we're down. I feel. Bishop. I shouldn't say.
If you know that though, why would you tweet "Aloha, bitches" to CIF?
Because I was heavily intoxicated at the time. Or is that just not a good enough excuse for you?
No, Brett, it's just that, I do believe that you want to help the kids. I do believe that. And I think you're kind of going about it wrong. And I think that some of the attention that you draw ultimately ends up hurting the kids, and the way you're going about trying to help them ultimately ends up hurting them.
I 100% actually agree with you.
Yeah. So I just, and I think all of us here don't want to see kids lose seasons and eligibility.
No, that's why I'm on this platform, to tell CIF and the Archdiocese of LA, I am done. You'll never hear or see me ever again in high school football. I'm out. That's it. But you should be nice enough to let, like a Coach Ed, have his job back.
but they are not the ones that fired him, right? Isn't the school the one that fired him? I mean, maybe they were under pressure from Archdiocese.
Here's how it goes. I already know how this goes. Archdiocese will tell the school what to do and they'll comply. It happened to St. Bernard's the same exact way. Here's what's going to happen. Ed got fired, right? Archdiocese will later come back and they'll fire Pat and Michelle.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's going to happen. And they don't even know it yet because they're just following orders right now from the Archdiocese. They don't even know. They're fired. They're done. They're going to do all the dirty work for the Archdiocese. And by the way, the Archdiocese will pay for all the kids' tuition for the month. I didn't pay for none of that Hawaii stuff. That's on the school. I know because I heard from rumors that they owe the school a lot of money. You know, they did all Hawaii on their own. The uniforms, I didn't pay for any of that. They owe a lot of money to the school, but the Archdiocese will pay for everything. They'll come in and save the day.
The Archdiocese pays for teams to go play in Hawaii?
No, they'll clean up the bill.
Yeah.
Bishop will tell the Archdiocese, listen, football program owes us $120,000. The Archdiocese will write them a check. Happened to St. Bernard, same exact thing. Watch, it'll happen.
Yeah. No, the Archdiocese got major money.
He knows, you know the truth. This is going to happen. Yeah. Michelle and Pat Lee might as well pack their bags up now because they're gone.
Yeah. No, that's what I heard. That I heard coach, AD.
They're all gone.
President.
Gone.
Principal
gone.
too?
She's gone.
Okay.
You can't survive. You know why? First of all, they're going to lie about knowing me.
For sure.
They're going to say they didn't know you?
Correct, 100%.
Yeah.
But you seem to know them.
Damn
pretty
right.
well.
Except for coach, apparently.
I know the coach.
Well, I'm saying the coach didn't know who you are, is what you've been saying.
I lied to him.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. It would be like me going up to my boss and saying, like, hey, I'm the senior editor on your staff. And he's like, okay.
Didn't know I hired one.
But the president tells him, this is your guy. The guy's going to go along with it. Yeah. He had marching orders from the top. It wasn't his choice, man. He would have been happy playing D12 football and living his best life.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what's
zero. And this is all Pat Lee wanted this to happen. Nobody else wanted this to happen but that man. And he went out and sought guys that could get him to win right away.
I honestly don't know if what you're saying is true. I mean, you know,
you know it's true.
Well, no, I'm saying like that because I don't know the flip side. I haven't heard from the other people, so you know, I don't know if what you're saying.
Well, remember though, all those other guys, they work for a living. They got a lot to protect their jobs.
But I'm also, Fred, I'm also saying I also don't know if it's not true either. I mean that's the thing. So what you're saying may be true, it may not be. I don't know.
Get Pat Lee on here right now. Pull up Pat. Call Pat. You want his phone number? You want to call him right now? I got his phone number. We can call him.
I don't know that we could do that, you know, right away. But I mean, anybody that wants to talk about this or answer questions, obviously.
Brett, this is what this is for, man. There's really nothing.
And I only came on here basically to say, listen, all the hate on Twitter, you got to blame me for everything. I did everything. The guys that got fired did nothing. All these other names these guys mentioned, like they did nothing wrong, bro. Zero. Like Rob Fuyava, he did nothing. How could Rob pay a player?
Okay, Brett, two things. So when you come on here, you're what seemed to be you coming on here before this, I was getting the notion you were going to come on here and kind of more or less defend or tell everyone what the misconceptions were, but really you came on here to raise your hand and take blame.
100%. It was all me. Why wouldn't I?
And then the second part of that is, there seems to be a part of that feels like you're just taking one for the team because you're on your way out the door.
Bro, who the fuck would admit to doing this but me? Who else could do it but me? All these rumors for all these years, it's true. I do what I do. It's all me. 100% me. And I'm out of this game because I should just go to modern day. Too many
headaches now? Like
I should just go to modern day. I should go to modern day right now and just make them just keep winning. Because I guarantee you nothing would happen there to me at all.
Well, they probably don't have team moms doing paperwork.
True. You know, but I can guarantee you this. I was at a mystery high school for about a year and a half that nobody knew about. And they ended up winning everything.
Hey, Brett, does it surprise you, and I used this term earlier, what whores these parents are that would just let their kids, that would take money to have their kids moved to a different school, that would uproot their kids? Does it surprise you?
No, I respect every parent that's ever approached me. They've been all great people. I got nothing negative to say about any parent at all. If anything, it'd probably be my fault once again.
So dude, you can't take the blame for them. They have ultimately it's their kids. They make the decisions on that. If they have a money guy out there that's saying, "I will give you 20 grand, 40 grand, 100 grand,"
well, I'll just tell you this:
it's their decision to make whether they want to order their kid out or not.
Okay, if you got offered $50,000 next week to change podcast, would you do it or not?
How much?
50,000.
Yes, I would do it in a heartbeat. But this is business, though. I don't think it's
high school football is not business.
What's that?
You don't think high school football is not a business?
Where does the revenue come? I'm sorry, to make up for that investment.
For guys like me, I don't need one. I make enough.
Right, but you are the exception. I mean, I think you're the exception.
No, these other guys at these other schools are I do more over the top. Yes, these other guys at other schools, they own businesses and they do things a lot better than I have in the past. Yes, I'll admit to this, but I get nothing out of this. And if I was such a bad person, you think all the players all these years somebody would have came out and said, that guy's bad news, but nobody ever has because I've never done anything wrong.
No, because if they did that, Brad, they would be basically saying, I'm a whore and my pimp over here is the bad guy. So no one's going to really do that.
Talking guys who are 25 years old.
Yeah, I know. They come out but ultimately, did you pay them or did you pay their parents?
I never paid a player.
Okay, so we're talking about their parents that are ultimately the ones. And you're saying these people, they approach you with their hands out? A lot of parents. I mean, we're not naming names.
Nobody was at Bishop. None of this stuff happened. Okay, Bishop's off the table in this conversation.
Well, I'm
talking about Narbonne.
Narbonne, parents in general.
At Narbonne, I paid the parents 100%.
And but do they come to you? Do they say like, "Hey, money man, my kid's a stud. He's got 3 offers. Will you give us 20 grand to come?" Do they approach you with their hands out?
If 20 grand's a reasonable price for me, and I won my bets that day, yeah, 20 grand. Let's do it.
Okay, but they do approach you. Like oftentimes it's not someone approaching them.
Both ways. It's both ways.
Okay, it's both ways. That's disappointing to me. Don't you think it's disappointing like that parents would do that? Or do you think it's good?
I think if your child's playing and you can get paid to do it, then go get paid. Why?
Look,
Why?
I don't
18 years old, you're senior
but I
high
can
school, you can't
understand
get paid.
the other side.
You go to college 3 months later and you sign a $500,000 NIL deal. What's the difference?
Yeah, but the difference is that college is making a ton of TV revenue and merchandise revenue and all that stuff.
Some of these NIL deals are made privately.
What's the profit sharing with high school? Again, like you asked the comparison, like would you if you offered me $50K to go do another podcast, I would do it. I'm an adult male. That's capitalism.
Guess what? You know what? And I will pay. You want to go $50K to go someplace? I'll do it right now.
No, dude. No, I'm using that in an example. You could pay this podcast 50 grand.
No, you can't. No, you can't. No,
I'm not going to make a move because another man says, "Hey, I'm going to give you, like just trying to prove a point. Like, Aram, you're a whore. I know if I gave you 50 grand, you would go over here."
I wouldn't use that term. I think these parents are looking out for themselves and their futures the best way possible. A lot of these parents don't come from anything. And if I can provide them rent and security in a house for a year, why not? Why play for free at another high school like Carson, get paid and go there for free when you come to Narbonne, at least your rent's paid. Yeah. You have a roof over your head for your 3 children. I've also had children that have been homeless and housed them for 3 to 4 years, and they were like third string. So I do a lot of goodness out of my own heart. I think every kid should have the fair shot in life. And a lot of these kids from LA here, LA City guys, they're not given the same deck of cards that our kids from the Orange County are. And my whole premises from coming in here is make the playing fields level finally. Let us try to win on this side of town. And ultimately, I didn't win. They win because they know how to do things better than I do. And it's a shame. But they won, I lost, and I quit. That's the bottom line. I'm out. Done. Done.
What's the
So everybody won but me.
past, present, future? That's, I think you can answer this because it's general. What is the most you've given a family?
See, it matters. If the kid's nice and he's a pro at about it, I don't know, 50,000.
And that's for and would that be like on top of paying for expenses or a place to live?
Yeah, like rent and then 50,000. Yeah.
And that's
It might
usually,
sound like a lot of money. It might for the average folk. It does, right? But when you win $300,000 on a bet, okay, well that bet was free for me. I just cleared out, and that's my money for the year to pay the guys. That's it. It's no big deal. But I get it. It's wrong of me, and I shouldn't have done it.
I don't think we should say that everyone won but you, because there's several kids that didn't win
Okay,
this time around and in previous times around.
Okay, name those kids, please.
Well, the 5 that are ineligible right now would come to mind.
Okay, so what about those 5 that you think is bad that they got to go play for another high school?
Well, no, they've already missed 2 games of their season, and they're potentially facing 4-month ineligibility.
Okay,
So they didn't win. Are you saying that the kids that are ineligible right now have won?
No, but if somebody did bad paperwork, how's this my fault?
No, I'm not saying. Well, you took the blame for it, but
No, I
I'm
will,
not
because
saying it's your fault. I'm just
I
saying
should take blame.
you're not the only one that lost here. There are kids that
My
lost.
heart goes out to those kids, and I'll try to work with. I don't know those families. I do not know those families. If I did, I would love to reach out to them and say, "Hey, what can I do for you to get you guys to be playing next week? Where can you guys go?" I simply do not have those guys' telephone numbers.
But Brett, by doing
in
this,
that
you would be breaking rules again.
Well,
if
hold
you
on.
did.
In that circumstance, if you're talking about families that you don't know that are at Bishop Montgomery, is that because the help didn't go straight from you to that family? The help might have gone to a coach and then to a family?
I don't think those guys that got suspended but one are big names. I think they're just really great players, but I don't think they're really going to college.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Well, they have 3 of them that I know of have offers. I don't know if they're legit offers, but
I think only one of them, which is like I said, George is the big name. The other guys, I think are just really solid high school players, man. Like I wouldn't know. I just wouldn't know. Bishop is a different animal than Narbonne. I'm only here to talk about Bishop because of Pat making Ed the scapegoat, and he lied, and I just want to point that out. That's really my basis there. And these guys on Twitter that, one guy's like, "Hey, I called Bishop being terrible. I brought all this awareness." I was like, "Dude, you're not hurting me. You just brought more eyes on the program, and these kids got shut down probably because of a lot of the tweets."
Hey, Brett, someone in the chat brought up Jake Garcia and is asking, was he homeless when you paid for him to go?
No, Jake never paid for Jake.
Okay, so
and
not.
You know that. I told you that yesterday.
Did you? I know I don't think you said whether you did or didn't yesterday.
Jake came to Narbonne because his dad hated Bosco and Mater Dei so much that he refused to go there. Do you know why? Because when he registered for school, it was like $300, and when he said no, he asked for their money back, and the school said no. And if you know Randy, he's very cheap.
But you know this how?
He told me. He
Who?
came to Narbonne, and I was like, "How the hell did Jake Garcia get here?" Narbonne Jake was not paid for at all. Nope, free. Yeah. And like I said, Randy wouldn't go. He wanted to win, and he wouldn't go to private schools because he didn't want to pay anything. He was that cheap.
Okay,
true story. Ask Bosco and Mater Dei this. True story.
Gentleman in the chat that asked that question, there's Brett's answer for that.
What other questions they got? I'm here to answer questions.
I would, Tarek, if you don't mind.
There's so much chat, it's crazy.
Yeah, if anyone has new questions or whatever that Tarek can
I'll keep a better. Yeah, anyone's got that better question, more questions. I'll keep an eye. I'll keep a more concerted eye on it now.
Yeah, Jake Garcia was never paid to play for Narbonne. Sorry, guys. If you thought that was true, it wasn't.
Brett, what are some of the other things that that you've seen on social media that have you sour, and that you want to clear up?
No, I really wanted to clear up that it was all me. It was nobody else involvement at all. Because who else could do the things but me? And my thing is that I'm really upset that they fired that head coach over there because he's a good guy, man. It's wrong.
Here's a question. How long have you known Pat Lee for?
I got introduced to Pat Lee probably around January or February.
Okay, so you've only met him recently.
Yeah.
Okay. And was that conversation like, yeah, would you say that he sought you out, or you were looking for a new landing spot?
No. He sought guys out. Then those guys said, "Hey, listen, I got a guy," and Pat Lee said, "Okay, let's win."
Okay. So you guys were like mutual friends, kind of paired you guys up per se.
Yeah, and it was basically Pat knew what the deal was, and
Right.
And now he's backing away from it. It's not fair.
Here's another good
Own up to your
question.
mistakes.
Here's another good question. These are good questions. Brett,
Yeah.
has CIF been in contact with you, or have
Never.
you been
And
in
I've asked
contact
for
with them?
numerous sit downs with Vicky Lagos, numerous sit downs with her. She has refused to come to my table ever to discuss anything. She is a coward. I do not like that lady.
Now,
Okay,
who's Vicky Lagos for
that-
people
that-
that?
CIF
that-
city section.
City section
She
commissioner.
does the worst job you could ever imagine.
What about the city? What about the? Okay, fair enough. What about the southern section?
I don't know the man.
So
Mike
no.
West, I think his name is.
Right now, say that again. I'm sorry.
Is it West, Mr. West?
The new commissioner is Mike West, correct?
Yeah, no idea who he is. None.
Okay, but no. They haven't tried to. The southern section has not tried to contact you, and you have not tried to contact them.
They never have.
Okay.
So if you don't contact me and tell me to stop doing it, there it is. It's on you guys, kind of. Let's share 50-50 blame, CIF.
I would say it's probably on the school to say, hey, Brett, what you're suggesting we do here, or what could be
I
happening.
don't think I'm going to these schools and telling them what I'm doing either. Like,
I don't know
think
if
I'm sitting here. Here's the game plan.
I don't know if you might know the answer to this, but here's a decent kind of technical question, because there's some truth to this. And Aram's been covering high school football longer than I have, and so I'll preface it with this. Aram, as of late, let's say in late 90s, early 2000s, into the 2010s, I would say even saying that a kid was on quote unquote scholarship or financial aid was even kind of taboo. Would you kind of agree with that? In high school, athletic scholarship in high school, or
At the high school is giving him an athletic scholarship?
Yes.
What do you mean by taboo? Like people would look
like it wasn't,
frown
even though we
upon
knew
that?
it was going on, it was like
No.
that almost doesn't exist. It was like almost folklore.
Well, no, people had their suspicions that XYZ star player is, not
Getting
having
helped by
to
the
pay for
school.
at XYZ private school.
Well, I would say nowadays schools are pretty candid about financial aid and athletic scholarship.
Right.
So this question is, what's the difference between scholarshiping a kid with tuition or van rides as opposed to what Brett's doing?
Exactly.
That's a great question.
It's a great question.
Exactly.
So that's it's like
And
it
CIF
sounds
will
like
never
almost
give
like a
you the answer.
technicality. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They'll never give you the right answer.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing is I'm basically scholarshiping them on my back.
Yeah, tuition's being paid, right? I mean, that's
No, man. Bishop has they got to come up. Archdiocese has to come up with that bill.
okay.
Tuition has not been paid.
Okay.
And I only know this from a source that texted me today.
Okay. Well, hold on. Is knowing that that tuition hasn't been paid, is that surprising to you? Is that like, hey, wait a minute, I thought I paid tuition and it's not paid? Is that
No,
what you're kind of telling
I'm
us?
laughing because the Archdiocese will step in and pay it.
Were you
That's
supposed to pay tuition for some of these players?
Was
Was that some of the agreements on some of these players?
It could be. It could be. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could be.
So there could be a couple tuition bills out there that you're obviously not going to pay now. Is that a fair?
I just know the Archdiocese will pay it. I don't got to worry about it.
Got it.
Yeah. But also, listen, I pay schooling for average individuals. I go there for educational purposes also. So I'm not only giving away to football players, I'm paying normal students also from the inner city to go to private schools also. So this isn't all football related, man. This is me helping out the community the best I can. I
Hey,
have
Brett,
probably 30 kids I pay for private schooling that do not play sports at all.
but does it go beyond that though? I mean, like I've heard stories of you buying parents new cars. I've heard
No,
stories of coaching staffs at schools, past or present, that you've been at, driving fat cars, multiple of them, including a coach that's on staff now at Bishop Montgomery. Is any of
no,
that true?
no.
And supposedly those cars are yours.
Huh. Bro, I got a 2015 Cadillac Escalade.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about
None,
like other.
none, zero.
Okay.
Whose
So
car would I pay at Bishop's? I wonder. No idea. No,
okay, so
that's totally
you're
false.
saying that's a bullshit rumor or
Oh,
whatever.
100% false.
Okay.
I don't like cars.
Hmm.
I'm not a car guy, so I wouldn't buy people cars. Not my thing. They want to gamble. That's another story.
What do you mean by gamble? Like
If
that?
they want to go gambling with me, hey, let's go gamble. But I would never buy anybody a car. A parent a car, never did that.
So
Wrong.
you'll pay for their bets?
If I have 300,000 in my betting account, and buddy wants me to bet a $200 parlay, I'll do it for him. That's what I mean. Nothing wrong with that. I would do it for you, man. Text me when I'm in New York. I'll shoot you a parlay. You'll probably lose, but what the hell?
Oh, you think so?
Oh yeah.
Um,
What other questions? No.
I mean, again, that doesn't mean you have to answer them. I got another question. Who introduced you to Pat Lee?
Guys at St. John Bosco's, I would assume, right? Gotta make sense, right?
Oh, where do you think that? Okay, where do you think the you owning pizza joints like rumor, or did you came from, or did you
Because the
ever?
kids from Narbonne would go to a pizza establishment close to here, and the guy that owns it is my best friend. That's why.
Okay.
So they
Okay.
started a tab for me. The kids can go in there and eat because a lot of these kids have single mothers that work 9 to 5, and they can't they can't eat properly. So it's like, hey man, go grab a pizza if you guys can't eat tonight, and they did. So I do not own that company. Like I said, the guy that does all these business checks on me, go check it out.
So your buddy runs the joint, and just anytime Narbonne guys come in, like he takes care of them, and you kind of
And
pay.
normal people too, normal friends of mine,
Gotcha.
guys that do business with you, anybody. Yeah.
hey Brett, have you ever paid? This is just from me, but again, this goes back to rumors that I've heard. Have you ever paid for any of these, as I call them, like influencer, street influencer, fake recruiting guru coaches? Have you ever paid for them to say have an apartment somewhere, maybe around Inglewood? You ever paid for someone to put them up housing wise?
In Inglewood?
Maybe Inglewood. It could be somewhere else around there. Anywhere really, I guess is fine.
Like wait, hold on. Like a 7-on coach or something, or like a
Yeah,
promoter?
yeah, or whatever they have their hands in. They could be a 7-on coach.
No, I hate 7-on, so I would never do that. Everybody that knows me knows I hate 7-on football. It's disgusting.
What do you think of that layer of the game now? All the 7-on coaches.
I don't like it at all, and I don't go to any events.
Okay. What do you think about sort of the recruiting guru guys, the guys that maybe are or aren't on a high school staff, maybe are or aren't a 7-on coach, but they're
Hey man, everybody needs to make some money in their life, so they can make money. Go do it. I don't think it's ethical, but go ahead and do it.
Okay, and
I wouldn't do it.
these guys are like kind of getting kids quote unquote fake offers for envelopes.
That doesn't do nothing for me. That's their lane to stay in. They can make their own money. I'm not here to judge anybody, but if they make their money that way, God bless you, brother.
But do you think that's good for the game?
I'm a gambler, bro. That's it. I don't give a fuck.
I know you,
about
but
football.
what you know what?
I don't care. That's between the coaches and all them. I'm just here to bet on games. That's it.
Brett,
No,
did you ever have any conversations with John Aguirre, the old city section commissioner?
Never. No. John left. Remember, John left, I think, in 2017, and Narbonne wasn't doing any of those things.
Okay. No, I know I know I wasn't sure if there was some crossover, and maybe you had
No,
had any
Narbonne
conversation
ran a
with him.
clean program. Actually, people to surprise people, Manny Douglas did a hell of a job. Hats off to him.
Hey,
Hey,
Brett.
okay, I got okay. I have a question, and when that photo surfaced of Manny in that private, come on,
Okay, I got that story. I got this.
Go
This
ahead.
is a funny story, fellas.
Go ahead.
Okay, because it was you that blasted it.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
I know. So we're on the jet. We're headed to up north. We played a game against Fresno. We're on ESPN. And like I said, anybody that knows me, I hate driving. So I said, listen, let me just get a jet. We'll go up there in and out because who the hell wants to be in Fresno? Sorry to anybody that's lives in Fresno. So we're on the plane and Manny goes, hey guys, let's take a photo. He takes the photo. Nobody knew he posted that on Twitter. All right, we're about to land. One of the other coaches in the plane goes, what the hell did you just post?
Mm-hmm.
Delete it now. 10,000 feet we got to, and below, no Wi-Fi. We had to wait till we landed, and by that time, it was all on the internet, and he deleted it. But that picture, nobody in the plane knew that picture was going online.
Yeah,
that's the story.
And that's why. Hold on, I have to. I gotta put this up so people can see it. Hold on.
Yeah, Tarek posted it, Brett, but like he wasn't the first. I mean that was out there for a long time. I mean that's
I think Tarek posted it like right away.
Yeah, well, I had.
Oh, when it happened, okay.
Yeah, no, no,
Okay.
Brett's right. And look, my reaction. And here's the honest truth. And I think this is fair. You won't even. I know it ruffled some feathers, but given what was happening, it seemed very pompous. And hey, you know what? We might be in trouble, but we don't care. And then there's a guy flipping the bird. And I get clearly that was your purpose, but not exactly smart to put it on the internet. So I felt it okay for me to get it, and even though it was deleted, to repurpose it myself. So I did.
No. That was done in-house. That was only supposed to be for us.
Yeah, okay.
And Brett, you're in the background of that pic.
He's in that battle on the far left, kind of in the back with what I believe is a Kansas City Chiefs hat. Is that correct?
No, that's my friend that's sitting there.
Oh, that's not you. Oh, no, behind him.
No, it's actually a mirror. It's a reflection.
So you're in front of Manny.
Yeah, I believe so.
Got it. Okay,
Manny took the photo.
Got it. Okay, so that's a mirror behind. Okay, that makes sense.
It probably wasn't the smartest thing to go to that game, but at that point, we probably thought we were, like this is our program. You took it from us. F you guys.
Yeah.
Once again, that was my idea too, because I said, let's get a jet. Fuck them. My mistake.
Yeah.
My attitude gets me in a lot of trouble, obviously.
Yeah.
But Brett, you got to have that attitude if you're betting, though.
That's what it is. I'm a gambler at heart. I'm nothing else but a gambler at the end of the day, man.
I just wanted to bring that up and clarify that for people, that you need to, if you're gambling seriously or doing stock market seriously, which is gambling, you need to have that sort of FU attitude, or you're probably not going to go far with it.
I do, but it obviously it comes back and bites me in the ass every single time. And once again, that's why I'm on here, to apologize for the stuff I've done and to exonerate people that keep throwing names attached to me. No, it's all me. Look at me. I'm the one that had the funds to do it all. You can't blame guys like they blame that guy out in Inglewood, Vic, a lot. And he is honestly, that man is a great man. And if anybody knows him, they know that he's not doing this. Don't blame a guy like that. It ruins
Very good coach.
It ruins a fucking fabulous coach and a better human being, like a man of his word. He's been one of my great friends for over 10 years, and I can't say anything. He's one of the best guys ever, man. Like that's my guy.
Nick has come on our spaces. I don't know if you listen to those on Friday nights. But yeah,
I got a life, actually.
Bro, we have lives too.
No.
Yeah, we do.
No.
Yeah, we do.
High school kids at 10 o'clock at night. That doesn't qualify.
Well, you're the one paying them.
On Friday night after footballs, man.
Wait. Would you rather be the one paying them, or would you rather be the one talking about them on 10 o'clock after they play their games?
Hey, man, it's my show. I'm the puppeteer. So it's my show. I don't want to watch it. I don't care about it. I'm going to gamble all day. That's all I want to do, man. But I'm just saying, these people on the internet quit dragging these human beings under the bus, because these guys actually have families they got to provide for them, and it's unfair for them in the future to be attached to me when they knew nothing about my antics off the field. That's pretty much why I came on here, to clear things up. That's basically, and to answer some questions, man. Like, I don't like when people have wrong opinions about things we did at Narbonne, because I took a lot of pride in that school. I don't care about Bishop, bro. I can care less. But Narbonne was my baby, because I went there. And I grew up right down the street. So, this is what it is. Any other questions? Are we good?
Aram?
Yeah, my last question, Brett, would be to you. What do you think are the good things kids can get out of high school football, and do you embody those things?
I don't embody anything that's good. All I do is care about winning and gambling. That's it. I have good values though. I'm a man of my word. I do everything the right way in terms of like living life. But none of these kids should ever go down the road that I've gone down. It's not fun, man. It's not fun at all. But hey, I like, all the kids are great people, man. I met some great kids here out of this thing, and to see them mature as young men has been a real pleasure in my life. I have 2 girls. I never had boys, so it's kind of fun to see these young men matriculate to real life and be very successful off the field and better. They're good human beings, despite me being in their lives. So I am very proud of that aspect, I guess. And like I said, I apologize to all the coaches too that got in trouble hanging out with me. So Mr. Douglas, I apologize. Ed, apologize. I will not apologize to anybody to St. Bernard's.
Aram,
Those
anything
people.
else?
Yeah, no, that's it. I just want to thank you, Brett, for coming on and being, candid, and I don't personally, agree with, accept, or believe some of the things you've said, but I do think you're trying to do the right thing by taking blame off people, and on some level,
No,
you're
I
supposed to
don't.
be equal, but
I tried, and also bet Tulsa this weekend. It's a really good bet.
but I know that you've felt the scrutiny and stuff like that building up on you, and so coming on here, I do appreciate
Listen,
it.
you can hate on me all you want. I don't really give a fuck. I don't care at all. Don't drag innocent people into my mess that I've caused. That's my only thing I have a problem with. And then they're going to hurt these kids, Bishop, because of me. Unfair. Totally unfair. Leave those kids alone. Ban me. Don't ban the children. Ban me. Archdiocese can call me tomorrow, first thing in the morning. Mr. Brett, no longer allowed. Fine. Trespass me from everything. All right. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I'll play by all the rules. I'll never do anything again. But once again, they will not.
Right.
They won't, because they're not good. They're not good. But that's it, bro. Like, I don't know what I solved coming on here. My phone probably blew up. But
No, I think after you let it stew a little, Brett, and now that Aram's done, I'm gonna thank you for coming on, man. I think there's a lot of things got cleared up, and I really think it's one of those things where you've come on, you've apologized multiple times, you're airing out your piece. There's no one's really, I think no one's really gonna be like looking for you, quote unquote, anymore. And hey, what is this guy up to?
They can come find me anytime they want. I'll meet them at the pizza shop.
And
I could discuss with them anytime.
That's maybe what I've taken from this of all, Aram, is like, hey man, Brett's just like, yeah, I'm here. I wasn't sure if you were gonna come on. The guy comes on. We put a little heat on him. He handled it. He answered every question from the chat as best as it's like, what else could we want from this guy? So to me, I'm like, hey, this is what this platform's for. So I really appreciate you coming on, and I do hope, even though you might not think it now, I hope that you feel like this helped you.
I can sleep at night. Once all these kids are cleared and at other schools and wherever their destinations are, I can finally sleep at night, because believe it or not, it keeps me up at night worrying about children, not knowing that my screw-ups in life have caused children pain. And that's something I can't sleep with. I can't. So I'm going to work around the clock relentlessly to find these kids a home the best way I can. Like I said, I don't know most of these parents. 98% of the parents I probably do not know, but I can find out who they are and try to find them homes the best way I can. But like I said, I can't apologize enough for fucking this all up, because it's all on me. I shouldn't tweet. I should
Brett,
tweet.
Brett, we appreciate you coming on, man. I mean, that's the truth. You know, I'm sure there's people out there that have their opinions of you, but at the very least, hey, man, you got an opportunity to say your piece, and this is
Hey
something
man,
that'll
they can all
live
sit
on.
down and they can all sit down and have a lunch with me. I'm available every day for lunch between 11 and 2 o'clock. Those are called gambling lunches. They're 3 hours long.
Brett, hey, man, thanks again for coming on. And I think that's basically it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. Hey, we went about an hour and 40 minutes. This can always be watched. Like, subscribe to the channel. A new opportunity to story tell and find out information right here on FATTAL Factor via YouTube. I think that's going to do it. Aram.